Hey, Grant Cardone here, and I was at the UFC fight 257. I think it was 257 last weekend. It was freaking phenomenal. I was surrounded by the entire Cincinnati Bengals were behind me. Odell Beckham was there. Joe Burrow was right behind me. Fight night was unbelievable. Thank you, Dana White, for putting on a good show. And it got me thinking about ball players, you top earners like Aaron Judge just did in December, a $360 million contract. And I started thinking about, my wife said, my God, that's a lot of money. I said, baby, once the manager gets a hold of him, that's going to be out of the $40 million a year. $40 million for 9 years, okay? 40 big for 9 years. He spent his whole career doing this, by the way. I think he's guaranteed this 40 years, this $40 million a year. And check out what happens with the IRS, okay? Manager's going to take 5%. That's about $2 million a year. Agent's going to take, I guess, agent's going to take another $4 million a year. But the federal government and the state of New York are going to crush this guy. Probably $20 million a year. I would expect somewhere about $20 million a year times 9, $180 million a year. Now, I'm not just here to tell you ball players are high earners. This applies to rappers, musicians, artists, movie people. Maybe we'll do some movie people in the future. I think Tom just did $100 million last year just for Mission Top Gun. Okay, but let me tell you what he could do to prevent losing, literally working for the federal government for 4.5 years. You understand? Out of 9 years, he will give 4.5 years of his income that took him 35 years to create, to get that career, to get that big contract, all that performance, all that practice, all that training, all that, high performance, showing up when you don't want to. He is going to pay 4.5 years of his life to the IR and the S, okay? The IR and the S, if they were doing good things with the money, Aaron Judge probably wouldn't matter. But if he could figure out a way to reduce that bill, he's going to pay 40% to the IRS federal, and he's probably going to pay another 11%. He might reduce this a little bit because of his state taxes, but I think they actually reversed that, and he's going to be paying 51% in total from his gross income, less the manager, less the agent, okay? Now, let me tell you what I would do if I was Aaron Judge, okay? First of all, you got to be able to really, really manage money to do this. I would not be in stocks. I would not be in bonds. I would not be in the bank. I would not keep my money there. I would take $40 million a year, all 40 million of it, by the way, not some of it, but all of it. I would live on nothing. Why? Because I know the endorsements would take care of them. I would not spend any of my earned income. I would invest 100% of my earned income, the entire 40, into a building that's worth $160 million. I'm going to do that every single year, and I'm going to live only off of endorsements. Okay? And we're not going to even make it. We're not going to even make the full 9 years. $40 million a year. It's going to buy a $160 million building. These are buildings like we buy at Cardone Capital. These are large apartment complexes, the cash flow. Okay? So let's say I'm in year 5 now. I have $200 million invested. But more importantly, what I have is I now have, let's see, this is 5 times 1. I have 800 million in real estate that cash flows. Now, 2 things are going to happen here. 2022, he signs. We start the plan in 2023. By 2028, he has $800 million worth of real estate. His career's winding down now. He's only got 5 years left. Who knows? He could be having health problems. He's 30 years old. He's 35 years old. He's hitting the upper bands of athletes. I mean, you're talking about the extent of the average athlete lasts 3 to 4 years, okay? This guy's going to have a long, long career. This would hold true for anybody that has this long career. He now, at 35 years old, has $800 million worth of real estate. What you don't know, though, he's got $200 million invested of his hard-earned, straight-up home run hitting money. See, Aaron Judge is like, he gets a $360 million contract. Looks like he hit a grand slam, right? But the reality is he gets all the way to home plate, and what happens? The IRS says, no, go back to second and sit down, son. You got some more work to do. That's what it feels like when you're paying taxes, these kind of taxes. Now, real estate for Aaron would do this. He would invest $200 million and own $800 million worth of real estate, control $800 million worth of real estate that has the advantage of being depreciated. Okay, this value, let's say the buildings here, I could depreciate $600 million. I can't depreciate the whole thing, but let's say I could depreciate $600 million of it. And I happen to know I could do all of that in the first year of ownership. Okay, so that'd be 480. I would write off $480 million in federal IRS taxes. You put $200 million down. That money's gone. He doesn't have that money anymore. He's gone. He's got to live off of endorsements. He took Aaron, if you're watching this, you take all your earned income and move it into a real asset that can be depreciated. You now have no money, which means nobody can get your money from you. You have to live only off your endorsements. So this over here is going to produce about $12 million a year. As you add it, once you get to the 200, you're going to earn $1 million a month off of passive income because this property cash flows. All these properties with cash flow. But the biggest score is this. You wrote off $480 million off of future income. This never expires. It's good until infinity, until you use it all. One little other trick, if you would in your free time, which, I mean, god dang, man, it seems like you got a bunch of free time. You got a bunch of stuff to do in the off season. If you became a professional real estate agent, not only could you write the 480 off against your passive income and not pay income on this $12 million a year, so when you're 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and you're out of the game, guess what? You got $1 million chopping in every month. You're not even paying income tax on any of that. Passive income is not taxed like earned income. You also have this event going on right here. So let's say you carry this forward and you're not able to use it until the year 2038. Your tax guy's going to say, you can't use all that, Aaron. Okay, but let's say you get another endorsement deal like Tom Brady just got. Tom Brady got a $360 million deal with ESPN or ABC or Fox or somebody, right? If you had that sitting there, this is an asset for you to write off against earned income in the future, and it never expires. So let's say you pick up, Aaron, a big ass contract, $400 million from ESPN in the year 2038, and you're retired from the game. You never even completed your contract, okay? This would offset all the earned income. If you're a professional real estate investor, this would offset all your future earned income from your next gig. You guys that are ball players, man, high earned income. Learn how to get rid of cash. Cash is taxed. Earned income is for slaves. Passive income. Real assets that you could write off. Okay, that's how the little guys like me can hit home runs. We can hit home runs until we're like 90. I can be hitting home runs when I'm 95. My knees are bad. My ankles hurt. My shoulders broke. I can't even see anymore. I can't see the difference between a curveball and a slider. Bro, I can still take care of my money, okay?
Versus pretty likely, yeah. Socks with the birch, boy, ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft.